Hello Virgo, and welcome to your love reading. Before we begin, this could be past, present or future energy, but for me as a reader, the energy truly begins as soon as you are guided towards watching this video. This message will resonate if it is meant for you. If it does not resonate, please be sure to check your Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus and Jupiter, as they are all important regarding love. If you feel divinely guided towards a personal reading with me, that information will also be in the description box below. So let's get started in your energy, Virgo. We now open ourselves up to the energy that we are about to receive. We are accepting, we are open with love and light. We are ready. Now, Virgo, as I ring this singing bowl, I would like you to take a long breath in and imagine this noise is a light flowing through you, penetrating you. And then release. Let's begin. Beautiful. This is a love reading, Virgo. Your energy will be on this side and your partner's energy will be on this side, but do remember, Virgo, that as I am connecting to both of your energies, that this could be vice versa, this could be interchangeable, so take it how it resonates with you and use your intuition to guide you. Your current situation regarding love and your partner's current situation regarding love. Virgo, current situation regarding love. Current situation regarding love for Virgo. The Four of Cups, Virgo. This is the first card in your current energy. So this is you, and you're taking a moment to step back. You are observing yourself. You're taking note of the feelings that you're identifying with, the thoughts that you're identifying with, the beliefs that you're identifying with, and I feel like here they're representing these cups. And you see how this individual, they're observing these cups. They're becoming aware of these cups. So here you're observing what you take as part of yourself. You're becoming aware of what you take as part of yourself, and in doing so you're you're separating yourself from it for a moment here. You see these cups are quite far away from this individual, and while you are, you're discovering here what truly is part of you. You're thinking, okay, well actually, perhaps one of these cups I don't identify with anymore. Perhaps that isn't part of my identity, that isn't part of me. And you're rearranging yourself, you're exposing yourself to really who you are, taking note of what really does represent who you are, because that moment you step back, that moment you go into a mode of meditation and you go over your energy, and here this is about that Ace of Cups beside you, that cup that really does fill your heart. You're here moving forward, you're choosing to move forward in a way that is different from the past here. This is not so much about changing your mindset as it is about actually just becoming your identity. Because if you take aspects of these cups that may seem empty to you as part of you, as part of your identity, then really you're losing yourself, because that's not really who you are. So let's say one of these cups is, I'm getting here, dissatisfaction with your journey, with your path. Well, that's that dissatisfaction here that you're identifying with, you're allowing that to be part of you. You're allowing yourself to become a state of dissatisfaction. You're approaching life from that perspective, and really you have a high purpose in life. You value life, and there is this longing to fulfill your path and fulfill your ambitions. So really, that cup full of dissatisfaction, that's, I guess, you're observing here. You're observing these aspects of yourself that perhaps aren't part of your identity. You wouldn't look upon anyone else with dissatisfaction, so looking upon yourself with dissatisfaction, really, is that resonating with you? And probably not here. So again, that cup is extending, and you're choosing to take the cup with the overflowing love, with the cup that fills your heart. You're not choosing to look away anymore. So that is the first card, Virgo, in your energy. Current situation regarding love for Virgo. The Magician now. So this is having everything on the table. This is a card of manifestation. This person there, they're revealing their thoughts. This is an inception. This is a card where you're asking yourself, what would I like to manifest? So you're not so much manifesting, you're in a state of reasoning, you're in a state of questioning. You're thinking, you have the journeys on the table, you have those cups, you have the wands, you have the pentacles, you have the swords, and there's many ways this could go, this path, and this is a path of love, Virgo. You don't want this to be one-dimensional. You want this to be, perhaps you're trying to find a way to incorporate all aspects of these energies into one journey. So the cups, they represent love, they represent feelings and emotions, the depth of the experience. The swords, they represent intellect, they represent minds here that are authentic and open. We have the wands, the passion, the attraction. We have the pentacles, which are practical and long-term. And I feel like here there's an infinity sign here. So this is about finding that balance between them permanently, not fluctuating between one or the other, but creating a dynamic within this relationship where really you can have everything with this individual. Current situation regarding love for Virgo. Temperance. Temperance, this is about pursuing paths in moderation. This person, they're glowing. Their thoughts are inspiring them. They have one foot on land, which is earth energy, that practical nature. They have one foot dipped in water, which is the feelings again, and the sun, the journey ahead is there, the fire energy. So here this is you mixing those cups now, creating a way to move forward that is going to be resonating with you, with aspects of yourself that you do identify with, and you feel here this sense of authenticity within your identity, because you would like to be one with someone, you would like to be one with your partner here. You like to tend to situations in your life with great care, with taking the purposeful energies, the purposeful paths in your life as part of yourself. So really it would be unhealthy to allow any aspects other than that to really penetrate your energy. You can become aware of them, you can acknowledge them, but really this is a case of expression, and this is you expressing yourself in a balanced way, dipping your foot in and perhaps diving into that love now, feeling comfortable, feeling authentic, feeling as though you're approaching this individual from a place that's true. You can express your emotions to this individual knowing that this is genuine. You have thought this through, Virgo. Virgo, current situation regarding love. The King of Wands, you're looking out into the future, you're future orientated. This king, they hold a wand, and this represents a journey of determination. They're motivated to follow through here. They're motivated to put their thoughts into action. This is a card of action. This is you manifesting this now. This king, he tends to prioritize love. My interpretation of this king is someone that is very much devoted to their partner. They're investing, they're putting their partner first here. So you may be taking these balancing moments with this Temperance card, but regarding love, this is you pursuing all of those journeys to really release that energy into this love in a way that's healthy and is going to provide nourishment to this relationship. You see how they're pouring those cups here in this previous card, and now this person is observing again, taking a step back, but when they take a step back, it's to look into the future and then aim and go forward, move forward with passion, with intensity. The next card for Virgo, and this is the last card in your energy, the Lovers. So this is intense. You're following your heart in this situation. And this is you. You're bare. You're revealing all of yourself, and actually, this is what I'm getting. You see these individuals, they're both bare. You're revealing all of yourself to yourself. You're looking at yourself naked. You're acknowledging who you are, your identity, and how you're going to reflect that onto this relationship. The Lovers is a card of intense passion. Again, if we have that next to the King of Wands, that's just amplifying this energy, because this is a major arcana. This is 3 out of 5 in your reading are Virgo. But this is you having all the answers through love. You may not logically understand everything, and nothing truly ever is fully comprehensible. It's only related back to really the way our matters of perception and other people's matters of perception are also subjective. There's really no objective outcome. It's just all subjective opinions within this world, in a way. So you're not trying to define yourself. You're not trying to answer all the questions, but actually it feels as though they are answered in your heart, Virgo. It does feel that way. So you're embracing this feeling. You're feeling whole. That's this feeling. This feeling is the questions that you're evaluating. They're merely to manifest. They're merely for self-growth. They're not to define this love. They're not to confine this love to any restrictive energy. This is very much here freedom. Freedom of yourself and being able to express yourself fully. So this is beautiful energy. I like the sun in the background here as well, Virgo. We have explored your current situation regarding love, Virgo, and now we're going to move forward onto your partner's current situation regarding love for Virgo's partner. The Knight of Swords here in your partner's energy, the first card, this is an intention, this is a purpose to move forward. They're holding this sword and they're analysing this energy. This sword represents the sword of truth. But here, this is them questioning who they are, who they would like to be. And this is not so much in this relationship as it is in their lives. So you're both coming from similar energies here, Virgo. This person, they're looking deep within themselves. They're trying to discover themselves. They're unsure of who they are. You see this horse is looking back. They feel like they know who they are when they're with you. But then when they're away from you, they start questioning themselves. They start feeling as though they can't be themselves without you, Virgo. It's more so actually that they like who they become when they're with you. But they realise in your absence, they're a little bit lost in your absence here. They're having to really think here. I feel like they're overthinking, Virgo. Who are they? I feel like they've been this way. I feel like they've been this way for a while, Virgo. And when they met you, something changed. They felt different. They felt something was lighting their fire again, and that fire that's always been there, and it's as though, yeah, the Four of Pentacles. It's as though that fire switches on when they're with you, but when they're not with you, this is an on and off switch. They're holding on to you. They're holding on to you. They have dreams and aspirations they're fulfilling, because the Pentacles are long-term goals, long-term commitments, and they do have other commitments here that they are pursuing, a stable foundation behind them here. But still they're holding on to this Pentacle, and they're not wanting to let you go. They're falling in love with the idea of who they are when they're with you. Virgo. This is the energy. This is the energy. And the next card is the Four of Pentacles. So now they're having to really go within themselves. This is a card of self-discovery, self-awareness here. The coffin in this card is open. And this is because this person, they've been through so many challenges that have changed and transformed them over the years, and surviving all of these journeys that life has really... Life has formed them in a way. They've allowed life to form them rather than them forming their life, and now they're taking a rest. They're laying inside this coffin, being thankful for surviving this journey, and embracing that they may not have had the strength to overcome this, but somehow they did. And despite not feeling as though they had the strength, I do feel like here they did have the strength in the end, and they're appreciating this moment. They're thinking now about how they can move forward in a way that gives their life purpose, where they're forming their lives. They're working with the energy of life and conveying who they are. Because if someone has a near-death experience, this is a card of a near-death experience in a way. They're going to make sure that the way they pursue their future is going to really be meaningful and purposeful. So that's how they're approaching this relationship, Virgo. They would like this to really hold true meaning for them, but they would also like to shape this themselves, form this themselves, and not let their environment form this relationship for them. They're trying to invest themselves now, I feel, because they are realising here that in some ways they tend to... They're feeling so part of you here. They're incorporating your energy so much in theirs that they feel lost when they're not around you. See how they're holding on so tightly to this pentacle. I feel like this is coming from a good place. They're serious, they're invested. Perhaps you're seeing this, Virgo, perhaps you're feeling this energy. The current situation regarding love. The next card in your partner's energy is the Page of Swords. This is them being quite protective over their energy. They observe, they learn through observation. This is sword energy, this is about intelligence and curiosity, forming ideas and making sure now that those ideas are authentic to who they are. But here again, the birds here, they're floating away, and it's as though they get lost in the idea of you, Virgo, and they lose themselves again in these birds, and they're trying to come back to themselves and gather themselves and who they are as an individual. But they're wanting, they're part of you. They feel they're part of you. They can't see themselves without you, and this isn't about them being without you, it's more so the fear of losing you, I feel like, especially with the Page of Swords, that protective energy, the taking a step back. Oh, Virgo. The next card is the Five of Pentacles. The Five of Pentacles, this is, they're willing to go through anything with you. They are so devoted to this relationship. These individuals, I'll explain this, these individuals are out in the cold. Their clothes are worn, they are losing their shoes now in this cold snow here, and one has crutches. They're very much here in a state of deprivation, but what they do have is one another. They stay together, so this is a card that represents true friendship, true loyalty, those that stand by you through the hard times as well as the good times. When you feel out in the cold, Virgo, they're there for you. They are devoted to being there for you in any state of mind, in any state that you're in any life path, in any situation that you find yourself in. They're there for you. They want to be there for you. And at the bottom of the deck we do have the Hierophant. The Hierophant is a card of maintaining promises, having faith in commitment. It represents marriage, the vows you make having a higher purpose, a higher meaning, a long-term meaning as well. They're of true substance. They're not just little promises, they're very much deep and reflective of the relationship, of the love itself, as big as the love itself. I feel like in your partner's energy, Virgo, I would like to clarify the let's clarify the Four of Pentacles. These are all quite deep cards, I feel, Virgo, for a love reading, deep cards. Virgo, the Four of Pentacles is clarified by the Two of Swords. The Two of Swords, this lady, she is blindfolded. She cannot fully see the path ahead. She has so much emotion behind her. You see how she's holding back all of this water as she tries to make a decision between these two swords. This is big ideas. This represents big ideas. This is an intellectual journey. This is them in contemplation mode. They have all of this emotion and they're not sure how to convey this to you, Virgo. So much sword energy. They're moving forward though. They're moving forward, they're analysing the situation, they're holding that sword of truth, but here we have the Page of Swords, the Four of Swords, the Two of Swords, the Knight of Swords. So we have 4 sword cards here. This wanted to come out. I was thinking here, clarifying the Two of Swords again, if we can go deeper into this energy and really understand how this individual is feeling at this time in their current situation. And the Judgment card came out. So this is now an awakening. This is a rebirth. They are looking over here this resurrection that's taking place. This is about them in the past being in situations that were confusing. They had to overthink and their vision here was distorted. But now those questions that were unanswered, the questions that were going round and round in their head, they are becoming answered now. So this is them finding the answers to questions that were unanswered in the past, and this doesn't have to be them gaining true clarity. It can be the clarity gained in closure, the clarity gained in acceptance over what they do not understand. They're accepting, they're moving forward, they're coming to enlightenment, and they're doing this because they're taking a higher perspective. You see, they're above these, and these are coming from the water, and the water represents their emotions. So I feel like this has been quite emotional for them, this emotional confusion. In both of these cards, to clarify the Four of Pentacles, we have the Judgment and the Two of Swords. Now, both of these cards are coming from deep water. The person in the Two of Swords, behind them there's so much water, there's so much depth, and more so here in the Judgment card as well. So great depth here, and perhaps they're gaining a deeper understanding now. I feel like they already did have a deeper understanding, but because of that it was quite difficult to comprehend. We are now going to move deeper into this energy and ask how they perceive you and how you perceive them, Virgo. But do remember that this is a matter of perception, so this may be true, this may not be true, but this is how they're seeing you at this time. This is your energy, and this is how they perceive you. How do they perceive you, Virgo? This card wanted to come out straight away. The Emperor, this is the father of the deck. This is a stable and secure foundation. The Emperor, he is a leader of an empire because he has the depth of knowledge and experience in order to make the best decisions to build and grow this community, to bring them together and not only provide a stable foundation for himself but those around him. He is supportive and he takes great care in his endeavours. His endeavours are long-term but also sustainable, you see. He sits firmly on this throne. He is quite devoted to the cause that he is pursuing. And here this is about safety as well. They look at you and they feel safe. This is the father of the deck. This is the Emperor. They feel here that you're pursuing something that's long term with them. There's high values and morals attached to this man, the Emperor. You're very serious. Perhaps you're expressing just how serious you are to this individual, and yes, the 10 of Wands. You are expressing yourself, Virgo. The 10, this is about taking all of the responsibility because you're able to. This is about the achievements here that you have gained. These wands, they all represent to you achievements. This is a card of really the responsibilities that come with success and how they can be quite stressful, but it's a stress that you enjoy, that gives you great passion to move forward here with the wands. This person, they don't choose to put down any of these wands. They don't delegate any of these wands. They hold on to all of these aspects of themselves, and this gives them strength. You see, they have quite a lot of muscle here, but I feel like this is inner strength mainly because of the fire energy, the passion. They wouldn't be able to hold all these wands, no matter how muscly they were, Virgo, if they didn't have the passion, if they didn't have that fire within them, then that makes these seem lighter than they are, but really this is a high level of responsibility. And if you place this energy into this relationship, Virgo, this is saying that you're willing to invest, you're willing to really invest all of yourself, here the 10 of Wands, into this commitment. And this is you keeping promises, maintaining a stable foundation. How do they perceive you, Virgo? How do they perceive you? The Wheel of Fortune. The Wheel of Fortune, this is divine timing. This is my divinely guided card. They're seeing a higher meaning to your journey with them, Virgo. This is the wheel turning regardless of any other parts of your life. This is your life changing, undeniably. And you're flowing with this change, you're adapting to this change, and this could be a change in the way you're feeling. Perhaps this is another step, this is taking a big step, so this is saying maybe your feelings are intensifying for this individual. Perhaps you're now taking that next step in this journey, and this is a 10, so this cycle here, this is complete. You have meticulously gone through this cycle, worked through this cycle and mastered this cycle. But now again there's always more, Virgo, and you're ready to climb. How do they perceive you, Virgo? Okay, so 2 cards have come out, and I'm going to express them individually. We have the Empress and the 9 of Swords here. So we have the Divine Masculine and the Divine Feminine. I feel here the Empress is here. This is the 9 of Swords, and this is stress, this is worry that keeps you up at night. Worry that impacts your ability to function. They're recognizing here that perhaps they're perceiving this within you or feeling this. This could be just a feeling here that there's something about you that you're not quite fully revealing to them. And this is emotional. This is a deep wound that you've been concealing, and this person, you see they're alone in this bed, and that's what I'm noticing here. This bed represents a place of comfort, a place of security here, but they're half covered here. They're half covered, and that's saying that perhaps this part of you that you've been covering this to feel safe and secure, they're seeing this slowly reveal itself. And this is them wanting to be there for you and wanting to protect you, wanting to acknowledge here every part of you, every aspect of you, even the aspects that perhaps they worry you, but to them this is what builds the relationship, this is what grows the relationship. It's being able to have that openness, have that honesty with each other, and take those steps together, be there for one another through anything here, as we saw with the 5 of Pentacles. Here, this is through thick and thin. This is maintaining prices, maintaining core values. And this came out with the Empress. The Empress, she is the mother of the deck. She is a maternal energy. So they're seeing you as someone that harbours unconditional love. This person is quite fertile. They give birth, the Empress, and you see how their head is glowing here. They give birth to ideas and they manifest these ideas. So this person, they have a forest behind them and they're looking into the future now, and revealing here to themselves what they could be creating, what could be manifesting in their life, and doing so from a place of unconditional love and understanding, and again that higher perspective, that glowing mind of theirs. That's so here there. You may reveal to them stories, you may tell them stories, it's stories of your life, or perhaps just about your beliefs, and this is, they want to hear this, they want to listen, they enjoy listening to what you have to say, and they feel like what you have to say is of true substance here. You are the creator. They're observing you, and they're seeing your gentle side, as well as here your serious side with the Emperor. But this has great meaning. You see, there's a concrete heart, and this is saying permanence, this is saying this is for life, this is a life partner, this is a permanent energy. But when we have these two combined, this is saying that you quite literally mean everything to them. You are the stable foundation of the Emperor, but you're also the unconditional love of the Empress. This is substantial love. And perhaps here that's as well saying that you have two sides to you. You have one side again that's serious and firm, and another that is endlessly loving, endlessly open and intuitive. As I said, intuitive, we have the High Priestess on the bottom of the deck, and the High Priestess is a spiritual card of intuition. She is the divine counterpart to the Hierophant, to the priest. How do you perceive them, Virgo? How do you perceive them? The first card in your partner's energy for how you perceive them is the Six of Wands. They glow to you. They have this radiance about them. They provide you with hope and inspiration for the journey. This person, they're on a horse, and this horse is white, so this is purposeful. This is a purposeful endeavour, and they're looking forward. They're following here their aspirations, and they're being recognised. You see these wands around them, they're being recognised for these victories and this is a victory in being able to manifest, being able to create. This is you acknowledging that creation, acknowledging them for who they are, and finding them quite attractive at this time as well. I'm getting a vision here of someone in the audience, and that person is you, and you stand out to them. So it's as though when you're together, there may be people around you, there may be, you're embarking on this world together as this long-term journey, but for you, it's both of you glow to one another. You notice one another. It's as though no one else is around. These other wands, they could be invisible, but they're there because, again, there's that radiance, there's that glow. The perception, how do you perceive them? How do you perceive them, Virgo? Okay, Two of Wands. Moving out of a up and down energy. That's what I'm sensing, but what this card represents, this person, they're looking out onto the horizon and they're at a crossroads. They're making a decision here. So you feel like your partner's making a decision and they're going within themselves for a moment. They're looking at this world, and this world represents their internal world, and you're seeing them choose a path of personal growth, choosing to go within themselves and to grow from within. They recognise here, this person, all that they've been through. So here you're recognising all the challenges they've had to face and all of the victories they've had to face, and you're admiring all of those aspects of them. And now they're taking the next step and you're there by their side here. And I feel like that world is expanding. That world is becoming bigger. That world is now becoming the two of you. And that step really, that does involve you, Virgo. And both of you are acknowledging that this is for life now. This is not just you. This is not just them. This is both of you on a path together now. So you're both going to be the growth here. You're both going to be growing through this connection. Virgo, your partner. This is someone that has a higher understanding of you. People come to the Queen of Swords for advice because the Queen of Swords, she's been through so much in her life and had so many life experiences that she really can relate to anyone. So when people come to her, she gives them this higher level of understanding for their journeys because she's been through similar experiences. So this is a card of both of you being able to have conversations that relate back to your lives in such a more profound way. They're so much more substantial. The swords are about intellect. They're about here justice. They're about fairness, and having that mutual relatability I feel like is indispensable, and you're acknowledging that there is this open perspective, there is this open understanding, there is this person can give you advice because they've been in similar situations, and here this is respectable advice. This is advice that you can work with. This is intellectual advice, and you're seeing the side to them, Virgo. The Queen of Swords, she's had many life experiences to get to that place. To be a leader, to lead and nurture with an understanding. They're following their heart now. This is the Knight of Cups. They're following their heart. They're extending this cup to you. They're quite certain now. This is an authentic offer of love. This is them being quite sincere with you as they move forward. This horse, they are not too fast, not too slow. They are steady. They're just right. This feels good. This feels unrushed, but also unrestricted as well. You see, it's this calm energy, this harmonious energy that you both have. This can build, this foundation can reveal itself to you quite slowly through your hearts here. I'm going to clarify this Knight of Cups quickly. And I'm just going to ask, what is this cup that they're extending? Because the cups are about feelings and emotions, and this is following their heart now. And I would like to know here what their heart is telling them as they extend this cup to you, what their heart is revealing to them as they're moving forward with these intentions. What is their heart telling them? Their heart is telling them that they don't need to feel alone anymore. This Five of Cups here, this person, you see they stand here alone, their head is down, they're looking out into the distance, they're wondering here if there's anyone else quite like them in this world, if anyone here can understand them truly. And this is them turning around and seeing those cups that are standing up. These cups here are the Two of Cups. They represent equilibrium and equal love and an equal exchange of cups. This is recognizing here. So here they're extending this cup to you, and they're moving away from a place of detachment or a place of privacy, deep privacy with their emotions. And this does sit next to the Page of Swords, which is their current situation, which is again that sense of taking a step back and having to go within themselves. How do you perceive them, Virgo? How do you perceive them, Virgo? Beautiful. The last card is the Ace of Cups. The Ace of Cups is unconditional love, overflowing love, offering this cup to you. This is a cup that fills your heart. This is a cup that feels right. This is one journey, this is one cup, but this journey has enough depth to build this stream, to grow this stream. I'm seeing this stream build up this card and overflow with authentic emotion here with the White Hand. And yes, they were unsure here, I feel, that they would ever receive a love such as your love, Virgo, with the Cloud here. But they followed this compass, they followed their emotional compass, and that compass guided them to you. It guided them to you through this bird here as well, this sense of letting go, this sense of going within themselves and allowing them to break free here to form their own world, to form the world around them, rather than let the world form them. And here they're extending this love. This is overflowing love. Love beyond condition. And here, so we see the cup that they're offering you, Virgo. This is truly the Ace of Cups. Beautiful. The future now of this relationship. So this is how you're perceiving one another. This is your current energy. And now the future of this. the future of this relationship for Virgo. The future of this relationship for Virgo. The Tower. This foundation, this is building a stable foundation and watching this go down. This foundation was unsustainable and it could not secure the level of love, the level of depth that you both are bearing, you both are revealing now. And as you reveal yourselves to one another, as you come to those realizations, those awakenings, you're allowing this tower to fall. And now you're doing so because this tower is making way for a foundation that can bear this, a foundation that is sustainable, that is safe and secure. And this is the universe coming in. This is recognizing divine timing and going with that energy, moving forward with that energy, letting the energy really speak for itself here. I'm seeing that lightning strike, I'm seeing those clouds, and I feel like here there's going to be here clarity coming forward. Virgo. Virgo. The Six of Cups. The Six of Cups is an energy of wholesome love, of, again, this safe and secure foundation, this sense of community as well that you find within in this relationship. This is cups overflowing, an equal exchange as these individuals, they look into each other's eyes and they both give and receive. They receive a sense of comfort, of security, and they give commitment, they give loyalty and love. This is a card as well of reminiscing of history and family. So this is them, both of you actually taking each other as part of yourselves. This is both of you moving forward in a way that's harmonious in this emotion, finding clarity, knowing how to make those steps within this foundation and doing so with your hearts. They reminisce and they're feeling as though they've known each other for their entire lives, even in a moment, and even so embracing those little moments. The Six of Cups. Quite empathic energy, and I do see that here, that emotional intelligence. Virgo. The Justice card. Choosing to look after the promises that you've made. Keep those promises. With the Justice card, this person, they hold a scale in one hand and they have this sword in the other, and this is about a sword of truth, authenticity, having all of the information as well, because this is an intellectual energy. And then the scales, they're about balance, they're about analysing this information, analysing what they have in front of them in a way that's fair, in a way that's just. Not so much looking at the outcome as looking through what comes to those outcomes. Where is this journey heading? But also here, how are you both going to make this journey something that's worth pursuing, that's going to be deep, that's going to be just, that's going to convey the promises that you're making to each other. There is a certain duty in this, in maintaining your morals and values. Virgo. Virgo. The future of this relationship for Virgo. The Knight of Pentacles. The Knight of Pentacles, they are the most reliable of the knights in their intentions. As they move forward, they choose to wait. They choose to wait before they make a move. Why? Because they want to make sure that this is successful, that this is long term. There's only one pentacle here, there's one commitment. And they're following this commitment through. They're devoted to this pentacle. This is going to be long-standing and long-term. The Queen, if she is looking for a successful journey, then she asks the Knight of Pentacles to fulfill that journey, because she knows that once that Knight of Pentacles does make a move, they do so knowing with absolute certainty that there is going to be success. They are highly trusted, highly respected, so here you're both approaching one another from a place of higher trust and valuing each other as well. Following through with those pentacles here, and there is only one. There may be many pentacles that you've been building here with this individual, but there's one that stands out, and that's each other. That's both of you as individuals. So you're seeing into the future. This is future thinking. But you're wanting to embark on this journey knowing that it's going to be successful. And by success, that's however you view worth in your relationship. What you perceive as worth in this love. And pursuing that. The future of this. You see all of these pentacles here with the Eight of Pentacles. They've built all these pentacles already. But here now they're focusing on this one pentacle. They're by themselves in this card, so both of you admire your privacy. There's a stable foundation in the background. And this person, they're by themselves focusing on the details. As these build, as these grow. And this is about devotion, this is about dedication to their commitment. So you're both putting in the work to this relationship. You're both putting in the work to build this foundation, to grow this foundation. And I would like to clarify the Tower. Okay, the Tower. Clarifying the Tower in the future here, this stable foundation that is being built, and this was clarified with the Hermit. The Hermit is your card, Virgo. So I would say, first of all, this is you being yourselves, being authentic to yourselves. Knowing yourselves, understanding yourselves. The Hermit, they have all of the answers. They are the wise. They're very wise individuals here. They have all the information at hand and they're exploring this now. But they're going within themselves. They're taking a step back in privacy to do so. They're tying up any loose ends here with the number 9. And they're choosing a path ahead now that embarks on this wisdom, shows this wisdom, and conveys the answers they have come to during their time of retreat. And this is aligning with their hopes and their dreams here. The Star the guiding light. And they light their own way. You see, they're holding this light. So they're looking into this path and they're lighting their own way with their wisdom. And also I feel this is how you're pursuing this new foundation, Virgo, but also actually the stable foundation that I feel like's been growing. It's been growing here with the Six of Cups for quite a while. And that may just be within yourselves, but I feel like here this is manifesting. But here this Hermit, you know, this might be a case as well of not choosing to be so alone anymore. Not feeling that sense of isolation, feeling quite whole within yourself. Changing that dynamic. So that is the Tower clarified, Virgo. I do feel here this is quite a intense reading, but it's quite beautiful. And here we have the Emperor and the Empress in your energy, and the Divine Timing card, the Lovers. So you're both working hard towards this connection, and this is coming from within. I have written a card, Virgo, I have written a poem for every card in this deck. So the next card I pull, I'm going to find the poem that corresponds with that card and read this to you. And this is the time in the poem. Your energy, Virgo, is very much analytical, and it's very much inside me now, and it's getting inside my head. And now I see why at the beginning here we had that sense of you observing your emotions and becoming aware of your emotions, and not so just your emotions, it was your thoughts, it was your beliefs. You were taking a step back from them and you were observing yourself. You were observing how you're identifying with these patterns in your life, and then truly discovering here, because you're seeing how they are part of your identity here, what really is part of you, who you really are, and what really you can change, or not so much change but leave behind here, and moving forward into an Ace of Cups energy, an overflowing, abundant energy of feeling as though you're in alignment, feeling as though that cup is overflowing within you. So more so a transition, a step to be taken, and realising who you truly are. But here your partner as well, I feel like, is going through a similar experience here, but it's quite heavy, because I felt a lot of confusion in your partner's energy. Whereas for you, Virgo, I feel like as well this is deep analysis, but for you it's very heavy analysis here of yourself, and more so here it's beautiful how you're coming together through this, and you're embarking on this journey together, wanting to grow and bringing both of those energies, and somewhat understanding each other, despite not fully understanding yourselves, if that makes sense. Knowing that it's okay to not fully understand yourselves just yet. Will you ever truly understand yourself, Virgo? That's the question. Let's have one more card, and then I'm going to close the reading with that poem. Yes, the Ace of Wands. Creation, attraction. This is passion, high intensity passion, and great attraction for one another in this relationship. Feeling drawn to each other, and this is a magnetic pull. This is a drive. This is a resurrection of the self. a rebirth in a sense as well with this Ace of Wands. This is beautiful energy. I will put that in between, and that's next to the Empress, which is quite a fertile card here. So this relationship, this is overflowing with creative energy, overflowing with that water energy, the emotional energy, with the Ace of Cups and the Empress here as the end cards to both of your perceptions. This is reflecting that idea of open and unconditional love. Let's try again now, Virgo. I have written a poem for every card in this deck, so I'm going to shuffle now, and the next card that we receive, I'm going to find the poem that I've written that corresponds with that card and take a step back and allow your intuition to guide you in your movements forward. So we're at that time now. Beautiful. A poem, please, for Virgo. A poem for Virgo. This card speaks to me. Okay. The Nine of Wands. You're holding on to that Ace of Wands, Virgo. This is more so about the poem, so let me find this for you. The nines, let me find this poem and then I'll expand. The Nine of Wands, page 85. Okay. Before I expand, I would like to say that the Hermit, so your card, Virgo, is the number 9, and that's wisdom gained, you see, and the Nine of Wands is also a number 9. So this is about the wisdom gained, having all of that wisdom from that life experience. I'm just noticing here the 9 and the 9, as the last card we pulled was a number 9, and that's a major arcana, so I'm keeping that in mind. And this is the poem. Guarded after a long and difficult journey, remaining standing with their wands, remaining standing with their wounds, But as I said that, I was brought back to the Ten of Wands energy that we saw, as we observed here, you taking on that responsibility with inspiration and inner strength. So I feel like that slip was for a reason. Guarded after a long and difficult journey, remaining standing with their wounds, paying attention and persevering to see any cautions that may arise or resume. They went through many life challenges that made them aware of deep despair, not sitting down until their life balances, making it through each wear and tear. So quite a strong message here from the divine for you, Virgo. But I feel here this is about you getting through that energy now, overcoming that energy. making it through is the end line of this poem. And actually, as I was speaking to you earlier, I felt the need to pull one more card just to keep that love flowing, and that card was the Ace of Wands. Now, before I show you this poem, Virgo, because I'm going to show you this poem. I have read this to you, but I like you to observe for yourself. We have the Ace of Wands, and now we have the poem is this 9, and the Ace of Wands is a resurrection. It's also a completion here, so if you add the 9 to the 1, that's a 10, that's the end of a cycle. That is the change card. So I feel like here this is divine timing, this is changing now. So you see the 10 at the top of this card? This is changing, and that truly was a blessed message here from above for you, Virgo. The Ace of Wands here, that last minute pull. I almost didn't pull this card, Virgo. This Ace of Wands is saying that this is the completion. And this is the poem for those of you that would further like to analyze this energy. The 9 of Wands. Intense love here, Virgo. Intense love. Deep. Thank you, Virgo, for sharing this journey with me. This is your energy, and I am just the messenger. I am sending you all of my love and light. I feel it's important to provide you with the full message, the in-depth message from this energy. We are protected, we're spreading love and light, and we're coming together in this moment and using our intuition here to manifest. So I don't feel like I should restrict any of this message. So in the extended portion, this is really the close of the reading. This is the energy, Virgo, for you. But I'm going to go into the purpose of this energy in the extended for you, and the purpose of this energy for your partner. And perhaps as well looking into what you admire about them and what they admire about you, as well as pulling a poem to clarify one of the cards, or pulling a card, there we go again, pulling a poem to, no, I don't know, Virgo, your energy is just, what is going on with you, Virgo, because it's very much so many different streams of thought here, and again, you are observing yourself, you are observing these thoughts and getting through them. Anyway, so that's a direct download in the description box below for those of you that would like to join me. I'm sending you all of my love, and okay, Virgo, we've come this far, so let's have one more card. Let's just see, just one more card, just for everyone. This is for the collective, everyone that's made it, that stayed for the end portion there. One more card, please, for Virgo. let's make this one a guiding message, a guiding light for Virgo. I'm taking the time here to shuffle to really convey here, allowing the cards to speak. Virgo. Virgo. Okay. The card that came out for us, the Strength card. This is a card of inner strength. This lady, she does not need muscle to become friends with this lion. She is wearing a white dress. She has an infinity symbol. This conveys intuition, inner trust, inner guidance, inner strength. And this is how she translates her energy to this lion, and here this lion accepts her. So this is about creating harmony, creating oneness, feeling whole. These two individuals, they may be different here. One may be a lion, one may be a lady. But these contrasts just show the unique qualities about them. This is not so much about quality in a sense of appearances here. This is about quality on the inside. The quality here of creating true peace. And peace coming from within. Okay, so that's a beautiful message for us, Virgo. I'm sending you all of my love and all of my light.